What's up everybody, it's Panda here. We are back for some more Katawa Shoujo, and today I am feeling fantastic. So you know what this is going to be? This is going to be an hour long episode. Yeah! Fuck yeah! Yep, that's right. Hour long episode. So yeah, like I say, I'm feeling good, so why not do an hour long episode on a beautiful sunny day outside when there's nothing to do outside? I mean, outside? What's outside? God, exactly. Everything's inside on the computer. Yes. But no, I don't have much drink left, so, you know, I've got about a quarter of a bottle left, so if I run out halfway through, I'm fucked. I am fucked. Although I may just have to pause the commentary to go out to the kitchen and grab some more of this liquid deliciousness. But I digress. Let's carry on, shall we? The real beginning. Took a while to get into the real beginning. Oh, that's right, I remember. We were all in the hole, like, we just started to talk about her dad. Or she brought up her dad, and so yeah. Yeah, that's right. At least that's what my dad used to say. She shrugs and tries unsuccessfully to hide the rather troubled expression her face has taken on. Hey, what's up? You seem bothered by something. Emi starts to deny it, then sighs in defeat. I wonder if she's too tried from being sick to get herself to deny it like usual. Oh, too tired, sorry. Or if she actually just trusts me enough at this point to open up. Well, you remember last night? Do I ever? I set off a nodding, however. That's not the first time that's happened to me. What, you had a pillow fight with a guy in your room and ended up staring into each other's eyes into a beautiful gaze? Actually, I get them kind of... She pauses, as if it suddenly occurred to her what she's doing. It's almost like she's breaking some sort of personal rule here. But she starts up again, choosing her words carefully. Well, not often, but on occasion. It's just been one of those weeks where that's what happens. A sigh escapes her, and she looks terribly frustrated. I reach over and give her a hug. That's exactly what I was thinking you should just do there, Hisao. Which, unlike last time, doesn't seem to shock her. Instead, she seems to relax as my arms wrap around her. We stay like that for a while. Hey, you know I was serious last night. You really can talk to me if stuff like this is bothering you. It's always difficult to do this sort of thing solo, you know. Emi smiles and breaks the embrace, but stays leaning on my shoulder. You know, that's true. You know, I recently found the subreddit on, well, on Reddit, of course, for Katawa Shoujo, and let me just say, we're all family, you know. We all know that feel. So, hey. Thanks, Hisao. I'll be fine, I think. I can already see her reassembling herself, getting ready to bottle it up again. Guess that topic's closed now. So hey, given any more thought to that career survey? Can't say I have. I don't tend to plan very far ahead, you know. Although I suppose I could at least start looking into college, huh? I shrug. Jeez, you've caught this whole thing of shrugging, haven't you, Hisao? Honestly. Rin did it, then Emi does it, now you do it. God damn. Now, I'm doing it. Subconsciously. I suppose unless you were serious about that pirate thing. I don't know, being a pirate would be pretty cool. She seems like she'd be a good pirate. Last I checked, pirates didn't have much need for universities. You'd be surprised. Try being a pirate, Hisao. I don't think you could do it very well. Emi went to a class or two, you know, to become a pirate. Unless there's like a pirate university out there somewhere. Oh, I just said that. God. Emmy giggles and starts to look a little like her old self, but there's a new element to her expression. Impish. That's how I'd describe it. Emmy looks impish, looking up at me with her head nestled into my shoulder. Would you come with me if I ran off to be a pirate? Of course I would. Who in their right mind would pass up the opportunity to be pirates with you? Well, when you put it that way, I'm not sure. She giggles again. I notice that my heart seems to have sped up. It's probably due to Emmy's proximity to me. Proximity to... That hint of strawberries again. You know, that's not her hair. If you go down lower, I'm sure you'll smell it even more. There's a bit of that strawberry... I'm sure she's hiding some of that strawberry shortcake, I'm telling you. I can't help but grin as I gaze down at her. She's happy again. Hey Hisao. If you're going to kiss me, you should probably do it soon. I think the lunch bell is about to ring. Oh! Oh, that's cute. My thoughts grind to a sudden halt. I didn't know, I thought, I'm pretty sure my mouth is hanging open in shock. All I can manage to... Oh my god, all I can manage is a strangled... Huh? This amuses Emmy even more. You were thinking about it, weren't you? She sits up, bringing her face level with mine. I'd probably enjoy it, you know? You're a really... Well... She briefly composes herself, looking like she's about to say something important. If you hadn't figured it out by now, I think I've developed a bit of a crush on you. You're going to have to do something about that. This time her grin short-circuits several important thought processes. At some point I turned toward her, and at another point her arms moved around my neck. At yet another, my arms wrapped around her waist. I'll be damned if I could tell precisely when that happened. Because at that moment there's only a voice in the back of my head yelling at me to kiss her. I look into Emmy's eyes. There it is. The thing I saw yesterday on the bed, it's there again. It suddenly strikes me that she's worried that I'll reject her. What a silly worry for her to have. Her lips taste faintly of strawberries. She leans into the kiss and her arms tighten around the back of my head, making sure that I don't pull away. Oh, trust me, yeah, there's no danger of that. There's a churning feeling in my gut. That's love, buddy. That's love. The world falls away. There's just me and her and this bench. The bench is the fucking third wheel. Get out of here, bench. We don't need you. My arms tighten, drawing her waist closer, entranced by the feel of her. I inhale her scent, my mind trying desperately to memorize everything about how she tastes, how she smells, how she feels. Damn it! Fuck you, bell, you cock-blocked me. The ringing of the bell snaps us both back into reality and we break the kiss. Oh man. Oh, I can see her slightly blushing. Emmy's cheeks are slightly flushed and she seems to be catching her breath. In her defense, so am I. We stand there for a few moments, trying to wrap our heads around what we've just done. Emmy is the first to break the silence, as I'm not surprised. So... Oh, what happened there? What oh. Wanna grab dinner after I'm done with practice? You know, I have to say, this is... yeah, just in my history of looking for girls, I have not once come across one that is very, you know, always the first one to say something sort of thing. It's always the guy that usually has to do the talking, has to do the trying to persuade the guy, girl sort of thing, as opposed to the other way, like Emmy is. Oh, how we all wish we could find someone like Emi, eh? What a coincidence. I was about to ask you the same thing. Well, actually, I suppose it was going to be some kind of proper date on the weekend or something, but the thought was there, I think. Emi gives me a playful shove. Yeah, right. You were still in shock from how incredibly awesome I am at kissing. We begin to head down the stairs back to our respective classrooms. Hey, I didn't see you talking immediately afterwards either. What? That I didn't. See you after practice, Hisao. She leans in quickly and gives me a quick kiss in the middle of the hallway, sending me into another brief state of mental freefall. As I head into my classroom, it should more or less be, as I levitate into my classroom, beaming lights reflecting off me, a giggling Misha greets me. Oh, she knows. Why, Hachan, you romantic you. Did you confess on the rooftop, did you? Actually I think it was the other way around. This sends Misha into a fresh fit of laughter. Young love is so unpredictable, isn't it? This being Misha, I suppose I should have expected her to tease me over this. Yes. Before I can really respond, Mateo's entered the room and Misha skips off to her seat, giggling all the while. I suspect that I'll get a lot of that sort of conversation now, especially seeing as how Emi kissed me right in the middle of the hall. But somehow I don't care about that. The first time since arriving here, my heart feels light. We had our first intimate time with Emi. Perspective. Something we lose sight of every day. My head's in a spin all through Mateo's class. I'm going to have dinner. With Emi, who wants to be my girlfriend no less. A date. And then she kissed me. That kiss. I keep going back to it, playing it over in my mind again and again. Everything about that moment felt so right. The first kiss is always special, Hisao. My mind drifts off, lost in the thoughts of Emi. Nakai! Hello? Seems like I've drifted a bit too far. Egad! You've contracted some kind of amnesia! Someone get the nurse. The class chuckles at Mateo's antics. Sorry, sir. Won't happen again and all that, right? Exactly. Mateo brightens considerably. Well, lovely to hear. I'd hate to have my star pupil slacking off after all. I've been doing well, but I hardly qualify as a star pupil, I think. That was good to see a bit of character in Mateo. You know, I think that's the first time. The rest of the time he's been all professional. I'm fairly certain that this class is the sort that everyone does well in. It's just memorising formulas. Oh yeah, that definitely sounds like something I do really well in. Formulas. True to my word, I managed to pay attention for the rest of the class. Guy, may I have a word with you? I wonder if I'm in trouble for earlier. Okay, I'll stop doing that voice. Sure. Am I in trouble? Yes, very much so. Mateo looks genuinely confused for a moment. Beg your pardon? He tilts his head to one side and thinks for a moment. Oh, that! No, you're not in any sort of trouble. I just want to talk about the whole PDA, you know. You shouldn't be doing that if you don't know what PDA is. Public display of affection. He's talking about my kiss with Emi in the hallway. There's just a question I want to ask you. What's that? Nothing terrible. I was just wondering what your plans are for after graduation. Are you going to university? Yeah, I guess. I can't really see a reason not to go. Given any thought to what you'll study? Oh, no, not really, no. I figure I'll come up with something when I get there. That's not a good way to go. Mattel laughs. Taking things as they come, eh? I'd argue against it, but that's how I did things when I went to university, and now you're a teacher. Well, not really. I knew I'd go into science. I just wasn't sure which one. For science! Ended up with physics, but could just as well have gone for astronomy or what have you. Actually, I did go for chemistry first, but there were all sorts of things. Mattel trails off and frowns slightly. It takes a minute for him to recover his train of thought, and I wait patiently for him to continue. So anyway, I did a lot of physics as well, because I had an interest in that, but I wasn't sure if it was for me. So I went back to chemistry, and here we are, yes? He smiles at me enthusiastically, as if waiting for me to confirm that yes, here is where we are. Somehow I get the feeling that Mattel had a plan for this conversation, but I'll be damned if I can figure it out. Damned if he can figure it out, to be honest. I'm sorry, I'm not really following you. Mattel frowns and rubs his chin here a bit, looking perplexed. He then snaps his fingers as if he's remembered what the point of all this was. Right, yes, you. Me? Not you. Then who? Who stole the cookie from the cookie jar? Yes, you should look into studying one of these sciences. You're fantastic at it. Unless you'd rather just go into math. Mattel makes a sour face. Not a big fan of straight math. I always like the experiments more than the proofs. Very true. You're saying I should study science at university? Mattel seems thrown off, balanced by my question. Well, sort of. You could also join the science club. Yeah, that doesn't sound nerdy. Trouble is, there's not actually a science club. But there could be. You could even be a charter member. It's a charter member. A founding father. Don't mention fatherly figures just yet, you know. Oh, Christ, I'm only, what, 18? You mentioning fathers? Oh man, come on. I only just got into a relationship with Emmy and you're talking about being a father. Of course, you'd need to find other members. Well, only if you wanted to. Man, he's really trying to push it on me. We could just start it up with the two of us. And, I could give you things to read and we could talk about them. Sounds more like a book club to me. And I could help you get ready for university and such as well. Wait! Mattel rummages around in his briefcase and tosses me a book. Read that. Kama Sutra. What? Why the fuck have you got that in your briefcase? If it's interesting, then we can talk about it. A brief history of time? Sounds like something Monty Python would make a movie of. I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Mattel seems pretty excited about it. Plus, if you haven't seen any Monty Python movies, clearly you're young. Because Monty Python they are quite old movies, but they're fucking awesome. They're funny as hell. Go watch them. I suggest The Meaning of Life. Or The Life of Brian. I don't know if I actually want to read this, but Mattel seems pretty excited about it. What's it about? Time, space, time, black holes and such. And it's not that dense, just to see if that sort of thing's interesting for you, you understand. Hang around after class and we can either discuss it or I can show you how to make explosives in the lab. Well, fuck the discussing part, let's talk about the goddamn explosives. Let's blow shit up. He waves a hand at my quizzical expression. Joking. Sorry. What? No, I want to blow shit up. Come on. Still, I've kept you here long enough for now. Thinking about science as a career path, Nakai. I think you'd enjoy it. Okay, I will. Thank you for the book. I leave the classroom and look up at the clock. Quite a chunk of time to kill until Emmy's out of practice. I have to say, every time I've ever had a conversation with a teacher, it's always been awkward, so I figured that conversation we just had would be kind of awkward. Guess I'll give this book a look. I should probably shower as well. Showering before a date's only proper, right? Of course it's only proper. I head back to the dorms. I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Emmy anyway. Oh man, I need to take a piss. Pausing! Unpausing. Try and record an hour-long episode of Katawa Shoujo without going to the toilet, they said. It'll be fun, they said. God. I wonder where I'm supposed to meet Emmy anyway. She said after practice, but she didn't say where I should find her. Why don't you just go to her dorm room? I'm sure she'll be there. She'll have to take a shower, then, you know, you can just barge in. She would have just gotten out of the shower, just about to take her towel off to get changed, and oh, sorry, Hisao's here. Well, I'm naked, we might as well just have sex now. I guess I can just swing by the track. That's probably best anyway. If she needs a shower, I can just wait for her in her room or something. Or in the hallway, I guess. That would be better as well. I take a quick shower, remembering to take my medication once I hop out. Good boy. Now, for a look at this book. Let's have a look at this book. No, we're not going to have a look at this book. Katawa Shoujo. Oh, almost forgot to trail it. I wake with a start. Shit! What time is it? A glance at the clock reveals that I've been asleep for nearly an hour. Oh man. Thank goodness. Emmy's practice should be finishing up soon. You did have a shower, didn't you? I throw on some casual clothes and head for the track. Somehow I get the feeling we won't be doing anything fancy for dinner. Yeah, Emmy doesn't really seem like the kind of girl to go all fancy schmancy. Emmy doesn't strike me as a very fancy sort of person. Hey, I just said that. Still, I suppose there's a lot I have yet to know about Emmy. Despite our newfound closeness, I still feel like I don't know her as well as I should. Ah well, I have lots of time to fix that. To be honest, I'm looking forward to getting to know her more. I'm so caught up in my own thoughts that I hardly register that I'm already at the track. Emmy is nowhere to be found. Oh shit. I don't even see any signs of the track team. Oh shit. This could be embarrassing. I turn to head toward the girls' dormitories when I hear a shout. Hey Hisao! Oh! Emmy. You're wearing some different clothes for a change. That's nice. I like what you're wearing. I like what you've done with yourself, Emmy. Very nice. I turn around to see Emmy making a beeline for me with a gym bag slung over her shoulder. She's changed into some decidedly more casual clothing. A pair of shorts and an olive green top. Very nice. Her running blades have been replaced by more realistic looking legs that probably wouldn't fool anyone. Emmy doesn't seem to care about that, a fact which makes me smile. Hey, you came! Of course I came. Jeez, who do you take me for? I mean, I figured you would, but still. I suddenly find myself wrapped in a rather affectionate hug, and it proves to be impossible for me to keep what must be the world's largest erection off my pants. Well, of course I came. I'd be crazy not to, right? Emmy ponders for a moment. You know, that's true. I mean, I'm pretty amazing after all. I shrug in response. I certainly think so. It's an offhand remark, which is why I'm surprised to see that it seems to have caught Emmy by surprise. She blushes and smiles warmly at me before planting a kiss on my lips. Now it's my turn to be surprised. Emmy steps back, wrestling her weight on her back heel, looking pleased with herself. My brain fumbles for an appropriate response. Nothing. I should compliment you more often. Emmy laughs and gives me a playful shove. Check. I throw an arm around Emmy's shoulders and am pleased where she immediately leans into me as if we're the most natural thing in the world. So, where to? I'm not actually sure. Where do people go on dates around here anyway? It's a damn good question, but no idea. Why don't we just head down to the Oro Mart and grab something portable? Emmy's face brightens to this idea. A picnic! I think you're onto something, Hisao. Hopefully it's not pissing down with rain like last time. Emmy snakes her arm around my waist and we begin to head for the front gate. You two are a very cute couple. I'm entirely unsure of what I mean to do in this situation, but at least Emi seems to be equally clueless. Despite the relaxing feeling of being with Emi, I still can't help feeling a little tense. Oh, it's a newfound love, you know, give it some time, Hisao. What if I do something wrong? I'd hate to make an ass out of myself. The trip to the Oromart is accompanied by Emi's chatter about how practice went. I keep quiet for the most part, merely enjoying the warmth of being around Emi. We get a few odd looks from passers-by, but I don't mind. We wind up buying some bread and instant noodles. Wait, how are you going to cook the instant noodles if you're going on a picnic? Where are you going to get the hot water, huh? Huh? Realising too late that we cannot actually cook the latter in the park. Oh, well, there you go. I fucking knew, eh? Oh well, I'll make it for lunch or something. That'll work. The park is located after a brief loss of direction that I blame entirely on Emi. Oh, sure. She, of course, blames me. We find a spot beneath a tree and sit down. I lean back against the trunk. Emi sits across from me. I guess we should have brought a blanket or something to sit on, huh? Emi shrugs. I don't mind. Neither do I. Emi tosses me a package of bread and we dig in. Curry bread. Interesting. I guess I wasn't really paying attention to what I grabbed from the store. Hey, Hisao, you look like your bread's a little spicy. I shake my head, trying in vain to keep an image of manliness. Well, there's one problem with that if it's spicy, because if you start sweating and trying to, you know, act all tough and manly, sweating? I'm not sweating, I'm manly. Yeah, you have a problem. You know, that's tip number 1. Don't eat spicy food on a date. You will regret it. Nah! Spicy? It's not spicy at all. I see. That must be why your face has gotten so red. Yes, exactly. The lack of spice has gotten my blood up. I'm angry about it. Why is there not enough spice in this bread? Because of the disappointment. Emi laughs and swallows the last of her bread. Well, if you can't handle it, I'll be glad to take it off your hands. I'm sure you can take something else off of my hands if you know what I mean. Well, actually, it won't be off of my hands, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that sexual innuendo. Hey, just because you waft down yours so quickly doesn't mean I'm just going to give you mine. Emi mock pouts, causing me to nearly choke on my bread with laughter. Oh, come on, Hisao. Are you supposed to be concerned with making sure I've got enough to eat now? We're dating, you know. Though, Emi looks troubled all of a sudden. I can't say I feel any different. What do you mean by that? What makes this a date? It's just what we would have done anyway, really. But this should feel different because before, when we had lunch, we were friends, and now we're a level above friends. You sound like Rim. Laughter escapes and Emi grins. Well, she might have put the thought into my mind. We've talked about that sort of thing before. Really? About me? Not really, just stuff, really. Rin thinks that the change of a label from a friend to girlfriend seems arbitrary most of the time. Like there's no difference between the two. Think of at least one, you know. You don't tend to kiss your friends quite as much. For the second time that day, Emi blushes slightly and giggles. I suppose you're right. Exactly, I'm always right about things like this. Emi rolls her eyes and chuckles. Guess you're pretty smart, huh? I nod in agreement. Yep. I'm a cocky motherfucker. Even Mattel thinks so. He thinks I should go into some scientific study after graduation. Emi raises an eyebrow. Oh, really? Yeah, I'm thinking, I might actually just do that. Really, the more I consider the idea, the more the more? The more it appeals to me. I make a mental note to look into it a little more closely. So what are you thinking of doing after graduation? Whoops. Still planning on running? Emi shrugs, seeming almost a bit hesitant. I don't know. If I'm good enough, I can find a team, I guess. You mean you aren't sure? I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. Really? You probably should, you know. Graduation isn't that far off. Hey! You didn't think about it until yesterday when Mattel was talking to you. Or today, sorry. So you shut up, Hisao. I don't think you're better than Emi. Emi fidgets a little nervously. Yeah, well, it's far enough, right? Besides, I've got other things to think about. Like you. There's a mischievous flash behind Emi's eyes, and I suddenly find myself gloriously pinned against the tree. Like, making sure this is a real date, right? I mean, if we don't kiss, then it's not a date at all, right? She has a point. She has a very fine point. I suppose... I don't know how to make the sound of someone getting kissed. Strawberries and curry. Not the best combination, but I don't think I mind. Emi sits back on my legs and grins again. There, science would approve, right? I have the oddest mental image of Mattel nodding seriously and making a mark on some checklist. I can't help laughing at the idea. Well, I'll admit it, it's the first time I've ever witnessed a kiss met with laughter before. Should I feel offended? No. I'm sure science approves. Emi beams at me, and I find it increasingly difficult to keep my brain functioning properly. Oh, good! It is at this point I notice that Emi has stolen the remainder of my curry bread while I was otherwise occupied with images of teachers welding clipboards. Yes, that's certainly the kind of image or thought process you want while on a date. Teachers welding clipboards. Hey! Give me that back. The hell do you think you're doing? Emi tries to look innocent, but considering she's just crammed the last bits of my bread into her mouth, it does not appear to be working. Maybe you should grab them out of there with your mouth. Hmm? Thief! A shrug from my companion is all I get in response. You used your feminine wills on me. I wasn't that hungry anyway, but I still feel the point needs to be made. Emi seems confused by the phrase feminine wills, but the understanding draws on her features after the moment's thought. Wasn't anything of the sort. You were laughing. Feminine wilds don't involve laughing. I guess I can't argue with this. It doesn't change your thievery. Emi laughs at my injured tone and gives me a playful shove. Fine, you can have your instant noodles. Are you kidding? That stuff's terrible. If anything, you should definitely eat it as punishment. Another laugh from the girl sitting on my legs, both of which have fallen asleep by now. What the hell? I twitch one leg to try waking it up, which has the unintended effect of unbalancing Emi, who falls to the side with a startled eep. Oops, sorry about that. Legs fall asleep on me. Emi remains on the ground giggling. I stand up a little shakily, feeling the nerves in my legs return to normal. My eyes wander over the scenery before fixing on the figure of Emi, who is yet to get up. Her hair is splayed out around her head, her arms are spread, and laughter is bubbling up through her mouth. Everything about Emi seems condensed into this one image. I'd have to agree. Her energy, her spirit, her childish giggling. The urge to lay down on the grass with her rises swiftly from the back of my mind to the forefront of my thoughts, and indeed I am convinced that I would love nothing more than to do just that. Unfortunately, the sun has set, and it is probably time for us to get back to the dormitories. Now fuck that, just stay there. While Emi may be happy to stay out here all night, I don't think I have that ability. Besides, Homework soon beckons. Oh, fuck that. Just stay with Emmy. I like this scene. Why can't we just stay on this scene? It wouldn't make sense to start thinking about things like university and then slack off, would it? Yes, it would be fine. I extend a hand to Emmy to help her out. We should probably get going. Emmy makes a sour face. As do I, Hisao. As do I. Who the hell do you think you are? Getting up from a lovely date in the park with your girlfriend, and then you just want to go back to the dorms and do your homework and think about uni. What the fuck is wrong with you? You're right. Oh. Emmy, I thought I was going to be on your side, but what the fuck? She grabs my preferred hand, and I pull her to her feet and into a hug. Oh, she looks cute there. This time I'm the one who kisses her, unable to resist having Emmy against me. Seems a shame to leave, you know. Yeah, it does. But if we don't get back to the school soon, we'll probably get in trouble. Emmy pokes me in the ribs playfully. And you need to do your homework, I'm sure. Sadly, you're absolutely right. I throw my arm around her shoulders and we make the trek back to the school, accompanied by occasional bouts of laughter as our conversation jumps from subject to subject. Everything from running to school to the peculiar way that one of the cafeteria workers smells. But that's not good. They handle food. Why, they shouldn't have any sort of sense. All too soon we find ourselves outside of the girls' dormitory building. You coming? Well, I guess I'll be going then. I guess so, huh? Emmy grins at me again with that mischievous look. Go on, she wants you to come with her. Are you going to be able to survive without me? I don't know. I don't know, to be honest, you know, I mean... it's going to be pretty tough, but I think, you know, with enough psychiatry and therapy, you know, I may be able to get through the night without you. But if I have any problems, I'll call you, or I'll come running over to you. Or I could just laugh. I'm sure I'll manage. How terrible. Aren't you supposed to say something like, I'll be counting the seconds you are away? No, I don't think so. Emmy pulls me down into a quick goodbye kiss and steps back, looking unexpectedly shy. Thanks for dinner. I really had fun. Honestly, I did. So did I. I think we shall have to do it again sometime. Emmy laughs at my deadpan delivery and nods. See you bright and early tomorrow morning, right? You've got to run off that bread after all. Of course, despite the fact that you ate most of it. Yes, despite that. See you later, Hisao. Aw, bye Emmy. As Emmy turns to head inside, I notice something weird. Oh, you've got a boner, don't you? Something so weird that I'm surprised I didn't notice it earlier. Oh shit, he's had a hard on this entire time. Oh, that's not good. Oh, okay. She's limping slightly, favouring the left leg. Hey Emmy. Is your leg okay? Emmy looks confused, or at least fakes confusion. What are you talking about? Your right leg, you're limping. There's the briefest flash of concern on Emmy's face. Either she didn't want me to know, or she didn't think I'd notice, or I prefer to think she just didn't realise it. Oh, that. She shrugs casually. Must have got knocked a little out of alignment during the picnic. No idea what would have caused that, of course. I think back to being pinned under the tree. You should have told me, we could have stopped and fixed it, you know? Emmy waves a hand early. Nah, it's not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it, okay, Hisao? It's fine. Why do I get the feeling that she's convincing herself as well as me? Let it rest? No, press Emmy. Are you absolutely sure? You don't want to go ahead and adjust it before heading up the stairs? You get hurt if you don't, right? I said it was fine, Hisao. Seriously, don't worry about it. Oh no! Oh, I forgot to save! Wait, can we go back? Please tell me we can go back. Can we go back? Oh, there. Wait. There. Oh no, we can't do it again! Oh, fuck! Oh, I really hope I made the right decision there, because I forgot to save. Fuck. Are you absolutely sure? Do you want to lock it in? Is that your final answer? Don't want to call a friend? Ask the audience? 50-50? You don't want to go ahead and adjust it. Oh, didn't I read that? I did read that. I've got some experience in these matters after all. Yeah, I suppose so. Emi grins reassuringly. Honestly, Hisao, I appreciate the concern, but I really am okay. Now really, I need to get going. Your attempts to keep me around are doomed to fail. Of course. Just prolonging the goodbye, I suppose. Another grin lights up Emi's face. Good night, Hisao. Good night. As she limps inside, I feel myself hoping she's okay despite her assurances that she's fine. I think I can call this a successful first date. It was pretty good. Hell, any day that ends with Emi pinning me under a tree to kiss me can't be that bad, can it? I head back to my room, mentally thank the gods that Kenji doesn't ambush me in the hallway and get started on my homework. Oh good, he didn't. Phew. Katawa Shoujo, do do do. Wait, I was told that if you stop it... Ah, I think I did it too late. I was going to say if you stop it, the song keeps going. Damn it. Maybe next time. The morning is far too early for my taste. It doesn't help that I had trouble sleeping last night. There were simply too many things to think about. My mind refused to slow down. Instead, I replayed the rooftop, the park, and everything else over and over in my mind. There's a small part of my mind that is still paranoid that this has all been some kind of a joke. Oh yes, everyone at the school was actually just pranking you. As well as Emi, she's actually got a dick. She's a guy. She's a transgender. That I'll meet up with Emi at the track and she'll act like nothing happened yesterday. Pushing these thoughts to the back of my mind, I throw on my running clothes and open the door. And she's already there. Emi's waiting for me with her usual smile. You're late. Or at least, you're not early today. Are you tired or something? I find myself ruefully rubbing the back of my head. Something like that, yeah. Lots to think about and all that. Emi giggles at my mild understatement. Yeah, I didn't sleep that well either. I was actually glad you weren't early, because I wasn't early either. I wonder if the same thing kept us awake. Oh, you were both thinking of one another. The image of her weeping face passes through my mind. What kept you up? Emi's expression falters, but she quickly notices my curiosity and forces a smile. Nothing important. Nah, she's obviously not telling me something. The question is, should I press the issue? Something's clearly been bothering her for a while. I want to help her, but would it just come off as me being nosy? She's got to know I care about it though. Are you sure? If something's bothering you, I'm here to help you sort it out. Emi laughs then, but it's not her usual laugh. There's an edge to it that seems almost bitter. Sorted out? I'm not sure it can be sorted out, Hisao. An almost grin smiles across her lips. It's like a smile of resignation. I don't think you could help me anyway. Oh, okay. That hurts. Yeah. I don't want to say that it hurts to her, but it does. Doesn't she realize I want to be there for her when things go wrong? Well, I won't push you on the matter. Now I'm starting to think I made the wrong decision. Fuck. But I'm here for you, if you decide later that you'd like to talk about it. It might help. I can see the debate raging behind Emi's eyes. It seems like she wants to tell me, but she's not sure whether or not she can. Hey, forget about it for now, okay? See? You're doing good in this path here, Hisao. You know, you're reassuring her that you're there for her, and eventually she'll open up to you and vent. You're doing well. Doing well, my man. We've got running to do. The mention of running, something that she can handle, brings Emi back to her usual self. Right! Hurry up and stretch out, Hisao. We've got to get moving. She takes off like a shot, far quicker than I'm used to. And we're off. Still, I try to keep my pace with her, recklessly testing my limits. Oh, that's not good. Gives me a feeling of freedom, like my heart is no longer important. I find myself wanting to laugh, filled with the feeling of moving behind what I once called my boundaries. The nurse's warnings to not overdo things echo in my mind, and I disregard them. This feeling I have, this willingness to risk a heart attack for something so trivial as a morning run, feels out of character for me. But is it? Or rather, should it be? I've got a weak heart, sure. It'll never be capable of the kind of speed and endurance Emi's capable of, though I probably won't be able to get that good even if I had a healthy heart. As we round the final bend, I feel my legs screaming in protest, but for the first time, I ignore them. I accelerate to the finish at a sprint, nearly catching up to Emi. That was never going to happen, of course. Still, I feel surprisingly good. Oh sure, my legs feel like they're about to catch fire, and I'm having trouble staying up alright, but there's been a shift of some sort today. And it's all thanks to the girl grinning at the finish line waiting for me. That felt a little faster than usual. My comment is met with a grin and a shrug. Can't have you think I was going soft on you now, can I? But you managed to handle it just fine. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Still feeling the high from the run and moved by the surge of gratitude, I seize Emi in a hug. Thanks. Really, I'm not just saying that. I'm in your debt. Emi seems flustered by my words, squirming uncomfortably. Don't be silly, Hisao. Someone had to haul you out here, didn't they? And it's not like you're doing anything for me, right? I needed a running partner, remember? I shake my head, still pointedly not letting go of Emi, who stops squirming and merely looks up at me with a quickly deepening blush that almost seems out of character. No, that's not true. You wanted a running partner, but you didn't need one. If I hadn't shown up the day after the festival, you would still run, right? But it doesn't work the other way around. I only managed to make it out a few times before the festival, and without you, I probably wouldn't have made it out at all after that. Emi smiles at me and prods my chest with one finger. You are pretty lazy, Hisao. Hey, I was giving you a compliment. Well, you're welcome, I guess. I'll pay you back somehow with sex. Well, that's not necessary, you know. I mean, I kinda like you, Hisao. And being able to run with you in the mornings isn't exactly a bad deal for me either, so for someone who gets so much praise, she seems unused to gratitude. I can't think of anything else to say, so we fall silent. I've become aware of Emi's breathing, of the dampness of her clothing, and the scent of her. Coming off of anyone else, it would stink. Coming off of Emi, it fits her in a way nothing else could. Her skin is cool, slick with sweat, and a breeze causes goosebumps to rise. Almost without thinking about it, I lean down and meet Emi's mouth, which has already moved to meet my own. Her lips are soft, and she hums happily as we kiss, sending vibrations from her mouth to mine. There's a startling rightness to everything about this moment. We fit one another perfectly. Okay, maybe I didn't make the wrong decision. The kiss ends, and I finally let my arms drop back to my sides. Emi is smiling warmly at me and giggles again. Come on, Hisao, we'd better go see the nurse. Then it happens. The hell? As she turns to begin walking, she gives out a tiny yelp and stumbles forward. Oh no! Oh shit! Emmy! I leap to steady her and notice with some concern that she's favouring the same leg as last night. Your leg. Emmy seems panicked and pushes away from me. It's fine! My expression must seem hurt because she hastens to apologise. Sorry. Didn't mean to push you like that. I was just... She stumbles for something to say. It's nothing, really. Oh, don't give me that face. Hey, don't worry about it. She's so flustered, I decide to shrug the whole thing off. But there's a cold feeling in the pit of my stomach now that won't go away. I tried to step in and help her and she pushed me away. Smiling, I shove those thoughts to the back of my mind and concentrate on Emmy. I just don't want you getting hurt, that's all, bro. Don't white knight her. You don't have to worry about me, honest. I'm fine. Yes, you say that, but I don't believe you. Why won't you tell me what's wrong? It's like she gets offended by me trying to help. It's because she's very... what's the right word? What's the right word? One as an individual, you know, on your own sort of person. Doesn't like help from other people. Oh, I can't think of the right word. Fuck. What am I supposed to make of that? I'm still trying to sort out what happened on the track as we arrive in the front of the nurse's office. Emmy raises her hand to knock, hesitates and turns to me smiling guiltily. Hey, can you do me a favour? Of course. Can you tell the nurse that I'll see him later? I just remembered that I've got some stuff to take care of before class. So I really need to get moving. Oh, bullshit. Bullshit, Emmy. You need to go see the nurse. You are, you know, your foot's feeling not good. Your leg, I mean, god damn it. You know, you need to see the nurse. You bloody stumbled before. You yelped. This is all from last night as well. I don't believe you at all. I peer at her closely and she fidgets under my stare. Yeah, she's clearly just avoiding the nurse. That leg of hers. Well, whatever. I said I'd help and so I will. But I'll make damn sure she sees the nurse before the day's out. Yeah, okay, I'll let him know. Emmy looks like I've just given her a pony on Christmas. Thank you so much. You're the best, Hisao. I am rewarded for my complicity in her lie by a kiss that makes it all worth it, or so I tell myself. As Emmy heads out of the building, trying hard not to let her limp show, I knock on the door of the office. Ah, Hisao, come on in. I don't see Emmy with you. She's not sick again, is she? From the tone of his voice, I don't think the nurse is expecting me to say, yes, she's ill. She said that she'd forgotten to do something and so she had to skip out, but she'll see you later today. The nurse heaves an exasperated sigh. Honestly, that girl... She's been avoiding me. Yesterday she was in and out of here without even taking her prosthetics off her prosthetics. And now this. Well, at least it's not just me who doesn't want worrying. That's a comfort, I guess. Still, I feel like I should say something about her leg. I'd say I'd lie for her, but she really needs to see him. Now that you mention it, she was limping pretty badly today. And last night as well. The nurse's eyes narrow at the words last night. What exactly were you two doing last night? Well, we were doing some kinky, you know, leg sex maneuvers, you know, because, you know, after Mattel gave me that Kama Sutra book, I figured, hey, why not put it to the test, see what we can do. I've got a girl here with no legs, I'll try some fancy stuff, and yeah, so she, you know, strained her leg and was limping. That's the whole story, really, honestly. We were on a date. The nurse raises an eyebrow as if surprised. Really? Interesting. Huh? Oh, nothing. His gaze turned thoughtful and then he grinned. I don't think you could use some of that boyfriend charm to get her to come see me today, could does that. Afraid I'll make her stop running. Will you? I don't like to, but if it's bad enough that she's been limping, well, I guess I'll have to see what's wrong for myself before I make that call. I see. Emi not allowed to run? Perish the thought. I don't know if she'd be able to function without running. No wonder she's so reluctant to admit anything's wrong. Well, I'll make sure she sees me. Good. Oh, and before I forget, he grins at me again in what feels like a vaguely threatening manner. Don't forget that I know what medications you're on. You be careful around Emi, got it? Wow, he looks serious too. Got it. Don't hurt Emi, wouldn't dream of it. Gran! I hate for you to be late. Huh? Late? As in the late Hisao Nakai? Oh! He frowns briefly, dissatisfied. Sounded better in my head. I got it. No, late, as in the late Hisao Nakai. Yeah, never mind. Well, at any rate, get out of here before you miss your first class. Sorry. You've got things to do, I'm sure. Shoot! As I leave, I notice the nurse pulling out his phone and dialing a number. Maiko, your daughter's being a pain in the ass again. I'd better head back to my room, or I really will be late. Hey, wasn't he supposed to check my heart rate? Ah, you'll be fine. The lunch bell sounds, and I bring myself out of the stupor I slipped into during the morning classes. My lack of sleep last night, coupled with the increased pace of this morning's run, has left me a little exhausted. Despite that, I find myself skipping stairs up to the roof. There's a thrill of excitement now, and in addition to the pleasure of one gets from eating lunch with one's friends. True, both Emi and Rin are still my friends, but Emi has become more than that now. Rin is back in her usual spot on the roof, almost as if she'd never been absent. Feeling better, I take it? A raised eyebrow is my reward for speaking. Better than what? Better than you felt yesterday. Rin gives my question some serious thought. I'm not sure. I think I might have felt rather good for some of yesterday, but it's all fuzzy. Too much cold medicine? Well, I was asleep, and that usually is pretty good. But I can't remember what it feels like to be asleep, because I'm not conscious for it. It's a real problem. Oh, I love your thought process, Rin. Then again, if I knew how good it felt, I might not sleep anymore. But this way I keep trying, so I guess that's how I keep from being overtired. Oh, you confused the fuck out of me just then. An internal mystery to keep you from sleeping at night? Maybe mystery's the wrong word. Intangible, oh my god. Might be the proper way to describe it. Intangibility, there we go. See. No, I don't see it all. I have no idea what the fuck she's talking about. But that's okay, since I really do. You remember what sleeping feels like? I don't think anyone does. Like yesterday, do you remember what it feels like sleeping yesterday? Well, I actually didn't get a lot of sleep yesterday. Maybe that's because you remember subconsciously. Actually, I think I was worrying about Emi. Doesn't Emi worry enough about herself? I hadn't considered that, but it gives me pause. True, but would she ask for help if she needed it? Rin frowns, and I raise an eyebrow. Will I get a proper answer? Probably not. Is there something she should be asking for help with? Her leg, for starters. Seems to catch Rin's interest. Leg? It's hurt. She won't see the nurse about. Rin shakes her head in disapproval. You have to make her. Like she makes me go to class, for her own good. Otherwise she could lose her legs again, and that's just too weird. Losing things twice. Especially if you don't find them again to begin with. Unless prosthetics are the same as finding something. But that's a different kind of loss, isn't it? Oh, you've lost me. I think so. I wonder. Wonder what? Oh, shit. Emi seems to have snuck up on Rin and I, though Rin doesn't seem especially surprised, which itself unsurprising, I suppose. You are confusing the shit out of me. Rin manages to sit herself upright quite expertly, throwing her upper body forward and using her momentum to right herself. And with that, we shall call it a night. Well, we won't call it a night, we'll call it an afternoon because it is afternoon. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed these parts, and I shall talk to you later. Bye.